My name's Becky, and every year I go in and get my mammogram just because of my history with a grandma and an aunt, and actually 2 aunts. And so at age 40 I started going in to get my baseline, and every year it's been good. And this year I waited because they just got the 3D machine. So we waited a month, and I came in and did my little routine, and it's about a week or so later they called and said, well, there's something suspicious on there. So came back, and we thought it was DCIS, which is stage 0, non-invasive. But she was kind of the first person that I was able to kind of break down in front of. And you don't want to do that because you know, these poor people are just trying to take care of you. But bless her heart, she was just so sweet and kind and open to me, to letting me cry and hear me. So after I found out I had DCIS, I met with Dr. Warner here, and he's awesome, love him to death. Went up for my biopsy, and from there we were going to do the lumpectomy. And unfortunately, after the lumpectomy, they did find a tumor, which happens. They don't always see everything with the mammogram. They found a small tumor, which pushed me over to what's called a triple positive stage 1 breast cancer, which is invasive. So from there, I had to start chemo, and thank goodness I was able to do it here. She had to call me, and they have to balance when's the right time to talk to people, but they know me well enough. They know my personality and kind of how I flow, and I wanted to know right away. And so she did call me, and because when you get a diagnosis like this, and you have to have waiting periods to find out, do you need chemo? What's going to be the path you have to take? And so we were waiting on some test results, and she had to tell me, and I'm glad she called. And she's a mom, and she's very nurturing and what have you. And so we talked on the phone, and she was able to walk me through what I need to do and how to get there. And so and there's times during your journey that you get side effects, and some of them are not fun, kind of embarrassing, some of them. And she's very like, don't worry about it, and we'll take care of it, and that's why I'm here. So one of my big things was, because when you get diagnosed, you don't know what you're doing, and you don't know where to go. And for me, they offered that, hey, we have, and in my mind, if I connect with the people, then that's going to be one of my primary focuses, because I have to be comfortable with the people who are taking care of me. Because there's so many people out there, doctors, that can take care of this. And after meeting with Dr. Warner, my husband and I are like, okay, we feel good with the situation here. We feel good about his knowledge and what he told us. And of course I knew a lot of the nurses already, and felt comfortable with them. And then the whole idea of, I don't have to travel. I want to work as long as I can, and I did. I worked every day except the days I had treatment, and an occasional half day I missed here just because of some symptoms. But I wanted to be checked into my life here and not have to be on the road for 4 hours, because some of your chemos, I had every week, and that's a long time on the road. And so being able to do it here took a big burden off me, that I could just focus on my family, focus on me, focus on my kids at school, and not have to worry about traveling. I gotta give a shout out to my class from last year. I would not have been able to teach as long as I did without them. But as far as the hospital, the best part is just being able to come in, and I trust Dr. Warner. He always gives me time that I have questions, and he's going to listen to them and find the answer and not just rush me out. The ladies, the nurses, they take care of me. Oh, I love them all. They're so nice, and whatever I need, and if I have questions, I can ask them, and I'm comfortable. The services you receive is, again, medicine is medicine, and it's going to do its job, and it's not always fun, it's not comfortable. So how do you make a bad situation better? It's the people behind the needles and behind the doors, and those are the people that help make the situation better. So yeah, it's just a pleasant place to be. And again, I had radiation in Lincoln, and they were very, very nice people, but from a small town, they see me at the games. I see their kids at school every day, and Kendra's little daughter, every day that I come to chemo and stuff, I'm like, I'm gonna go see your mom. So give me a hug so I can give her a hug, and it's comfortable on home. I am so glad I was able to have chemo here, because again, why would you want to be on the road? And all the ladies here, the pharmacists come in and check on me and kind of visit. It's kind of nice just to visit about things beyond chemo. And again, Dr. Warner, I can't explain it. Again, it's just kind of that nice uncle that you have that you could just sit down and have a good conversation with and leave and feel comfortable that you're in good hands. So yeah, I don't want to do it again, but if I had to, it'd be here. This is a nice, comfortable, knowledgeable place to be in a bad situation. Reach out, because they have these services that maybe some of you don't know about, and it'll make your life a lot easier and better, I think, in the long run. I hear people and ladies that, well, it hurts and da-da-da-da. I'm like, it's short bursts of discomfort, and the 3D is better than the old version, so it's not quite as uncomfortable. Uncomfortable might save your life in the long run, because I caught mine way early. In fact, they thought it was just the minor, and as luck had it, my tumor was 7 millimeters, very small, and if I would have waited 2 or 3 years or whatever, it would have been a lot different situation. I'm looking good. I'm doing good. My grandma, she waited until it was way too late, and it took her life in her, just slightly older than I am. So, knock on wood, grace of God, and the knowledge of doctors, I'll be around here to bother people for many more years.